Wait, what? You said some marriages start falling apart just months after the wedding?
Yeah,
But they just got married. So what changed so quickly?
nothing changed. The problems has always been there, just that the wedding made them impossible to ignore. And that's something people don't always understand. Sometimes the wedding doesn't create the problem, it simply removes the distractions that were hiding them. Because before marriage, people can be focused on dating, planning the wedding, getting the dress, choosing the venue, taking pictures and meeting families. But once the wedding's over, reality kicks in. So here are 7 reasons why some marriages start falling apart just months after the wedding.
And this isn't about saying marriage is bad.
Exactly. So let's get into it. And number 1 is expectations don't match.
Wait, expectations? But Leo, this is the part I don't understand. You've been with this person. You've dated them. You've spent time together. Maybe you've known them for years. So how do you marry someone and then realize your expectations don't match?
I can explain. Knowing someone and understanding how they expect marriage to work are 2 completely different things. You can know their favorite food. You can know their friends. You can know what makes them laugh. You can know their personality. But have you talked about the things that actually become part of everyday married life? Who handles the money? Do you want children? Where are you going to live? How involved should your families be? How much time should you spend together? What happens when you disagree? What does being a good husband or wife actually mean to each of you?
So can you know someone very well and still not know what they expect from marriage?
Of course. And that's the more reason why expectations needs to be discussed before the wedding, not discovered after it. And that takes us to the second reason. Number 2, they stop making effort.
Wait, even after the wedding?
Hear me out, Maya. Before marriage, people usually put in effort. They call each other, they plan dates, they ask about each other's day, they try to look good for each other, they make the other person feel wanted. Then the wedding happens. And somewhere along the way, the mindset changes from, I want to win this person to, I've already got this person.
But, come on, that's a dangerous mindset though.
Very. Because marriage gives you security, but security shouldn't become complacency. You don't stop caring for something simply because you already have it.
So you're saying people can still love each other but become lazy in the relationship?
Absolutely. And that's one of the quiet ways a marriage can start becoming disconnected. You stop asking questions. You stop going on dates. You stop complimenting each other. You stop being curious about each other. Nothing dramatic happens. But little by little, the relationship becomes routine.
But a routine can make people forget that their partner still needs to feel loved.
Exactly. And that takes us into the third reason. Number 3, they assume instead of communicating. And this happens when people start thinking their partner should automatically know what they're feeling. Someone gets upset and says nothing. Then they think, if you really loved me, you would know what's wrong.
So both people are frustrated, but neither person is actually explaining the problem.
And now you've got 2 people waiting to read each other's mind.
And that right there becomes the difficult part. I mean, waiting to read your partner's mind like they've got superpowers is absolutely crazy to me.
Exactly, Maya. And the longer that goes on, the more resentment builds. Communication isn't simply talking, it's being willing to say what you feel, what you need, what hurts you, and what you expect. And just as importantly, it's being willing to listen when your partner says something you don't want to hear.
That's the difficult part. That's true, and that takes us to the next reason.
Yes. And the fourth reason is money.
Money, money, money.
You already know what's coming, because money isn't just money. It can represent security, freedom, responsibility, sometimes even control. Two people can love each other deeply and still have completely different attitudes toward finances. One person saves, the other spends freely. One wants to invest, the other wants to enjoy the present. One thinks every major purchase should be discussed. The other thinks, it's my money, I can spend it.
And then the argument isn't really about the money anymore.
Exactly. It becomes, I don't feel safe with the way you're handling our future, or I don't feel respected, or even I feel like we're not compatible anymore. So couples need to talk about money before money starts talking for them.
Thanks for the insight, Leo.
You're welcome. Now, let's jump right into the fourth reason.
Leo,
Yes, Maya.
didn't we just finish number 4?
Oh, good Lord. My bad. So the fifth reason is intimacy. Intimacy isn't only about sex. It is about affection, touch, attention, feeling wanted, feeling connected to the person you're sharing your life with. Sometimes, couples get married and slowly stop making an effort to stay close. They're busy. Work gets stressful. Bills come in. Responsibilities pile up. And suddenly, they're living in the same house, but they're emotionally living in completely different worlds.
But isn't that normal sometimes? I mean, life gets busy.
Of course it is. The problem isn't having busy seasons. The problem is when the distance becomes the new normal and nobody talks about it. Intimacy isn't only about sex. It is about affection, touch, attention, feeling wanted, feeling connected to the person you're sharing your life with. Sometimes, couples get married and slowly stop making an effort to stay close. They're busy. Work gets stressful. Bills come in. Responsibilities pile up. And suddenly, they're living in the same house, but they're emotionally living in completely different worlds.
All right, Leo, please tell me you didn't forget what number the next reason should be.
I've learned my lesson, but let's jump right into it. And this is the sixth reason why marriages fail immediately after wedding. Number 6, communication. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Leo, we just talked about communication earlier. And that's exactly why this matters. Communication isn't just talking about what happened during your day. It's being able to say, this hurt me. I'm worried about this. I don't feel appreciated. I need something from you. And being able to say those things before they turn into resentment.
What if someone doesn't want to talk? Because every time they try, it turns into argument.
That's the real problem. But avoiding the conversation doesn't make the problem disappear. Usually, it gives the problem more time to grow.
So silence can actually become dangerous in a way.
Absolutely. Because when people stop communicating, they don't stop feeling. They just stop sharing what they're feeling. And eventually their partner starts guessing. Why is she distant? Why doesn't he talk to me anymore? And when you're constantly guessing what your partner is thinking, you're already creating distance.
So, the goal isn't never to argue.
Exactly. The goal is to be able to have difficult conversations without turning your partner into your enemy.
That's a big difference.
It really is. Healthy communication doesn't mean you always agree. It means you can disagree and still feel like you're on the same team.
Okay, I actually like that one.
Oh, you like me. Oh, thanks, Maya.
You just wish, Leo. Can we please move on?
All right, Maya, one more. Number 7. They marry the person they expect, not the person they actually have.
Wait, what do you mean?
Sometimes people don't really marry the person standing in front of them. They marry the version of that person they believe will eventually appear. They think, once we're married, he'll become more responsible. She'll become more affectionate. He'll stop doing that. She'll change her priorities.
But having such expectations ain't bad, Leo.
Don't get me wrong, Maya. Of course, those expectations should be there. But there's a big difference between supporting someone's growth than marrying them to become your imagination overnight.
So you're saying we shouldn't marry someone based on their potential?
Exactly. Potential is beautiful. But is potential the only reason why we're getting into a lifetime commitment? So you see, this generation has fallen off from reality to superficial, you should say I do, to the person in front of you and not who you think they will become. Let me ask you, Maya, if your partner doesn't become what you expect them to become, would you still love them? Marriage is beautiful with the person who exists right now, not the person you hope they'll eventually become in 5 years.
Leo, that's hard.
It is. And sometimes the problem isn't that the person changed after the wedding, it's that you finally stopped imagining them differently.
Okay, Leo, any closing remarks? Because I've heard it all from you today.
Yes, sure. Please, guys, ask yourself this question. If this person never changed to become my imagination, could I still build a life with them?
That's a question worth sitting with. So, if this conversation made you think about your own relationship, please don't keep it to yourself. Tell us what you think in the comments. And wait, before you go, do subscribe to Leo and Maya. We've got a lot more conversations coming. And do turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next one. See you next time.